Thanks for joining us, BoHee. Can you tell us why the AAC is important to you and how you first got involved in the AAC?
Thanks so much, Michelle. The AAC is important to me because it really provides a home base at Fordham Law, where I think originally as a young student, I didn't feel like I really fit in that way. But with time and with people who have really mentored me and provided that kind of support through the AAC, I think it's really helped me feel like I belong at Fordham Law.
How has the AAC benefited you personally and professionally?
So the AAC has really benefited me personally in many ways because, and I think Azima mentioned this as well, and so did Brenda, but we've become friends, and they're friends across class years and class lines, truly. And we really are able to come together and spend good time together, share in our shared love of Fordham Law, even if it's belated. And it's really been helpful in that way. I think professionally, it's been an amazing place to network and to really come together with people who want to support one another and make sure that we're all doing well in our careers and pushing forward Fordham.
What's one word that comes to mind when you think of the AAC?
One word that comes to mind is homecoming, because I think we're all so busy in our professional careers and living our lives and doing our things. But anytime someone from the AAC reaches out, or I have a meeting, or there's a dinner, or I'm attending the RISE event annually, I feel like I'm coming home, and it's been wonderful.
Please share some color on your career path. What elements of your career have you enjoyed, and how did you get here?
So the elements of my practice that I enjoy the most are when can take off my lawyer hat in many ways, although I never stopped being a lawyer, and really be, part of the management team and help with the strategy. So strategizing with our senior executives and with our board has been some of the most rewarding experiences that I've had so far in my career. In terms of lessons I've learned, I think always knowing my audience has been really, really important. And so I'll communicate something to our board in a different way than I would to our senior management team, than I would to a colleague, than I would to a counterparty, for example. And just getting that tone right, using the right sort of examples, I think has been a really, really important lesson for me, because saying the same thing in the same way to all of those different people will not land us in the same place.
What advice would you give to other young attorneys of color in their careers, and how would you suggest that they stay connected to other alumni attorneys of color?
One piece of advice I'd give to young attorneys of color is to always look for something that you have in common with your colleagues or with anyone you're working with. We have much more in common than not. And a piece of advice I was given was to make sure that you try to find that shared sense of belonging however you can, because you're a member of a team, and a team always does better when they can be united. I think in terms of connectivity with other lawyers, it's so important to show up. And I know everyone else in this fantastic AAC series has mentioned that. But I try to show up to everything I can as often as I can. And when I'm called upon by anyone at Fordham or the AAC, I make sure I show up, because others have done that for me. I've had amazing mentors like Bill Min and Judge Denny Chin, who have really shown me that they show up. They're busy. They're doing all the things out there in the world and making incredible names for themselves and really showing off our law school. And if they can find time to do it, certainly I can find time to do it. And I think it's really important as a young lawyer to come out, make sure you realize you don't have to reinvent the wheel. People have done this before. Come find your elders who have already experienced this, who have wonderful words of advice for you and want to help. So come seek us out, come find those people, and try to be your best.